Jimmy Butler gets hurt in the first quarter, leaves the game. Warriors lose. What a shock. Almost like if you had told me before the game, hey, Jimmy Butler is going to miss 40 minutes of game time. Now who do you want to bet? I don't know that the answer definitely would have been Houston, depending on what the market was. It never would have been Golden State. Never. So that sucks. As someone, I liked Golden State pregame. Maybe they wouldn't have covered. Houston came out and was awesome to start the game. But certainly once Butler goes out, you never got the feeling that Golden State was going to be able to win. Like the air had been taken out of their sails. Femi, before we talk about the game and spin things forward with Golden State and Houston and talk some hockey, we've been watching sports for a long time, both of us, like our audience, all listeners and viewers, members of our crew on the show. We all love sports. We all watch part of the deal. We all watch players get hurt. Tearing ACLs, popping their Achilles, breaking bones, etc. Is there an injury that you watch that like you feel phantom pain more while watching than NBA player falling on basically their ass bone like Jimmy Butler did?
Oh.
Because like Butler hits the ground and I'm in pain.
Yes. I mean, like that one, I would say like NFL quarterback getting like the shoulder falling on, that one always looks like, oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Because like the person that's tackling them is likely like 250 pounds or more in that instance. So it's just like, oh, you could just like, picture like a nose tackle just falling on a quarterback's like right shoulder or something like that. But I mean, like the butt to the hardwood. And I know they wear padding, but it's not enough. Not with that kind of contact. And like how high he was up in the air.
Do they wear padding?
Like, I think they like kind of like the compression shorts have a little bit of like padding underneath.
Oh,
it. Like
okay.
it's not like football pads, but like a little bit of like padding in the compression shorts. To brace for moments like that, but it's not going to give you much, you know. Like Jimmy Butler was like, I don't know, like 6 feet in the air and like had like no way to like kind of brace himself at all. And if he did, like who knows, he hurts his hand. It's just like bang. And at that point, you knew it was either he was coming back in the second half or wasn't coming back at all. And unfortunately, it was the latter. And at that point, like the Warriors, I'm invested in this team. I think they can win the West. I bet them to win the West. If they don't have Jimmy Butler, that's not happening. Like, I'm here to tell everybody here, breaking news. I don't think you needed me to say this, but just to reinforce it, it ain't happening without Jimmy Butler. They need his minutes, like, desperately to be alongside with Steph Curry. And we saw last night they struggled to score, or at least struggled to generate good looks without him.
So game 3, pretty interesting market. So series shifts back, obviously, to the Bay. Golden State right now in between a 3 and 3.5 point home favorite. So Houston recently has been getting bet. So this was 3.5 minus 110. Now it's 3.5 juice towards the Rockets. So maybe we're going down to 3. The over is also getting bet, but it's a low number at 202.5. What does the betting market tell you, Femi, about Jimmy Butler's availability?
I mean, I think that he's not going to be playing in this game. That's what it's telling us. Like, Mike, I think this is going to be similar to Tatum, to where like the news comes out and the market is just like, yep.
This is an in-between number. This is an in-between number.
You think so? I mean, so I feel like there are probably more than 3 if Butler's playing. I mean, Warriors, it was like a pick almost.
Which number's the right number? Which number's the right number in Rockets Warriors at home in Houston? Game 1 or game 2?
I think game 1. I think it's game 1.
Okay.
Game 2
so
is
game
like,
one's the right
zigzag,
number.
all that stuff's baked in. Yeah, I think game 1 is the right number.
How much home court do you give Houston? Got a couple points home court at least. 2-3 points.
I think a couple points. Yeah, and then, probably in that range.
And then how many points? How many points for Golden State? 3?
If anything, a little bit more. Yeah, probably 3, maybe 3.5. Like it's
all right. So
young
now
team,
we're talking
first road playoff game.
Then we're talking like 5.5 with healthy Butler.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably.
I think this is an in between number.
So you think this goes down like if Butler ruled out like Saturday? I think game Saturday night, I believe.
Well,
Saturday
let me ask you this:
Jimmy Butler's out.
Let me ask you, if Jimmy Butler's not playing and the point spread's Golden State minus 3.5, what are you going to do?
3.5, I'd bet Houston, but at 3, I think I'd just pass the game. So I don't think 3.5 is like way far off. I don't think it's only 3 is only a possession. It's still Steph Curry, Draymond Green at home.
I think it closes less than 3. I would bet Houston plus 3 immediately with no Butler. Immediately.
I mean, I might do the fallen Butler theory then. We'll create a new one with the Golden State Warriors Saturday night. Like
But
I still think Golden State can win.
Curry's the fallen hero.
Yeah, Curry's the hero, but I mean Butler's like they still need him, and I just young team on the road first playoff like for Jalen Green, for Alperen Şengün, for all these guys, that's their first road playoff game in the Bay on a Saturday night. Like that's a tough place to play. They win a lot of playoff games there, so I'm not like rushing to bet Houston. Now, what I actually like to do in this game, and the bet that I will 100% make, I'm still kind of iffy on the side, but I lean towards Golden State on the side. I want to bet the over. Like that's what I want to do in this game. Like it's a little bit low and it's starting to get ticked up a little bit. Like let's see what happens though, because I think when Butler gets ruled out, whenever that happens, at least that's what I'm guessing right now on Thursday. Like you're going to see people look to bet the under because Jimmy Butler, of course, scores. Like he's their second scorer. But just based on the conversation from the Warriors after the game, talking about the physicality, I think the league is going to try to like rein this in a little bit because like, that's what everybody was complaining about. Like, wow, they're letting them play football out there on the court. I think we're going to see more fouls, more chances to be in the bonus. I think you get a contrarian over in this game. So let's see where this, it's 202.5 right now. I think at some spots, BetMGM has that number as well. But if this continues to tick down, I like this game going over because I think you already see in both the, at least Steve Kerr, I shouldn't say Ime Udoka, he's not saying anything, but Steve Kerr is definitely campaigning already within the media saying that like, hey, like we have to like cool down with all this physicality and what we're allowing in the series because it's not resembling what our game is. So I think the refs are going to be with a tight whistle. And with the way these two teams play, a lot of trips to the free throw line is what I'm anticipating on Saturday.
I just, at this number, if it's going to be 3.5, 3 without Butler, I mocked the idea, and I would continue to mock it, that people say, Amen Thompson's going to shut down the guys. That's never going to happen.
Yeah,
but without Butler, if your game plan's easy, if Brandon Pajemski and Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, if these guys are going to beat you,
Pat Spencer.
So like Pat Spencer.
Had you ever seen him before in your life? Like I was watching the game last night.
Here's what I would say to Pat Spencer. I would like to pay for him to go to like a barber shop or a salon and have like his beard and like everything be even.
Yes.
It does not look great.
The thick mustache with like the shadow.
Yeah, just like what are you thinking?
And he's got the shirt on underneath the jersey too, so he looked goofy. Like I'm sorry, Pat Spencer. I'm sure you're a nice guy, but like I'm like he's wearing 61, his number. It's like, did they just get a fan to go on the court?
I mean, that's maybe he's like the NBA's Gardner Minshew. Whatever. Oh, he's so cool. He's wearing jorts. I don't know. Is it cool? Anyway, if you're Houston, your defensive game plan is we are not going to let Steph Curry beat us. Or maybe the game plan is, like, let Steph score 40 and no one else is scoring anything. I don't know how the Warriors score enough to win. And it's not, and Butler's a great defensive player too. Like, I think they're losing game 3 if Butler doesn't play.
Man, it's just, if the right number is supposed to be 5.5 full strength, I just don't see the value in, like, betting the +3. Like, and then maybe they win. Like they could definitely win, but like needing Houston to win the game.
How much do you think Butler's worth to the spread? How much do you think Butler's worth?
I mean, yeah, I think he's like a couple points for sure. Like he's a really good player, but like Steph's obviously the most valuable player, but Butler is of high value, so yeah, I'd say a couple points. So
I don't think the point spread can be 3.5. I would bet Houston plus. I would probably stop betting Houston at 2.5. 3.5, 3. I think I'm in on the Rockets if Butler's not playing.